The Sino-U.S. trade war and technology conflict have persisted for many years. Early predictions of China's collapse have proven incorrect, as the nation not only avoided collapse, but also continued rapid industrial development. However, China is now grappling with significant economic pressure, partly due to the trade war's impact and partly because of decision-making errors by its government. Two terms have gained popularity in Chinese society: lying flat and consumption downgrade. These reflect the growing challenges faced by China's middle class, who are under intense financial strain. Small business owners struggle with a far more difficult operating environment than before the trade war, and white-collar workers face the constant risk of layoffs. This situation is compounded by a contracting real estate market, which has diminished household wealth, while the pandemic has eroded savings, increased debt ratios, and reduced purchasing power. China's e-commerce platforms and tech giants have reshaped the business landscape. New ecosystems, such as live streaming commerce, bypass traditional sales channels and connect manufacturers directly to consumers, leading to the bankruptcy of numerous traditional merchants. Simultaneously, China is spearheading an aggressive AI revolution, replacing human labor with automation across industries. Airports, docks, warehouses, factories, and even service sectors like restaurants and hotels are becoming increasingly automated. These challenges, along with the ongoing trade and technology wars, have significantly burdened middle-class families, forcing them to cut spending and prioritize cheaper goods, a phenomenon referred to as consumption downgrade. This decline in spending power hampers the market for mid to high-end products and downgrades service industries like entertainment and tourism. As the market contracts, employment opportunities shrink, perpetuating a vicious cycle that further pressures the economy. After the trade war, China's economic growth rate fell from around 8% to approximately 5%. While it's undeniable that domestic economic pressure in China is high, the notion of an impending collapse is unfounded. In fact, China's growth rate remains impressive among major economies. Additionally, the significant sacrifices made by the Chinese population have brought an unexpected advantage, effectively preparing the nation for a wartime economy. For instance, a high-end Apple smartphone costs $2,000, while a mid to low-end Chinese smartphone costs about $2,000 yuan, less than 300. Despite the substantial price difference nearly 7 times, the functional gap between the two is minimal for most consumers. Even in areas like mainstream gaming, the user experience difference is negligible, with only high-end mobile games revealing noticeable disparities. This affordability ensures that for middle and lower-class consumers, the so-called consumption downgrade doesn't translate into a significant drop in quality of life. Similarly, for the price of a single Adidas or Nike product, consumers can purchase 5 to 10 comparable Chinese alternatives of nearly equivalent quality. This holds even more true for luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, or Chanel, where affordable alternatives abound. The middle class can forego high-brand, value-added products without compromising their quality of life. In the automotive sector, the trend is evident as well. The entry price of a BMW 5 Series in China is around $45,000, featuring a 2.0T gasoline engine. In contrast, a BYD Han with advanced DMI hybrid or electric drive technology costs less than $20,000, offering superior performance and higher configurations. Middle-class families adopting such consumption downgrades not only maintain their standard of living, but also save over half on purchase costs and 2/3 on maintenance and operating expenses. This shift even resonates with global leaders. Ford's CEO reportedly used a Xiaomi SU7 for an extended period and praised it highly, advocating for a shift in focus away from controversies like TikTok and Huawei to addressing challenges in the U.S. auto industry. Moreover, China has invested heavily in infrastructure, including community facilities for express delivery storage. The cost of a Chinese courier delivering a package is only a tenth of that in the United States, showcasing the efficiency and affordability of its logistics ecosystem. These innovations demonstrate how China's economic resilience continues to adapt and thrive despite external pressures. Even so, Chinese companies continue to scale up the use of drones and unmanned delivery vehicles to replace human labor. In China, ordering a takeaway meal at 2 a.m. costs only 20 yuan, about $3.50. By contrast, such a service is rare in the United States, and even where it exists, $3.50 wouldn't cover a courier's transportation fee. Economic experts often point to the United States' higher nominal GDP and discuss using purchasing power parity (PPP) standards for a more accurate comparison. However, the PPP standard offers limited coverage and fails to fully capture the real economic gap between China and the U.S. The competition between these two nations ultimately boils down to who can create more products, services, and wealth. Likewise, the actual living standards of their citizens hinge on the quality of public and household facilities, something that cannot be measured solely by GDP data. In reality, middle-class families in the U.S. face far greater financial pressure after covering bills compared to their Chinese counterparts. The global dominance of the U.S. dollar allows Americans to extract wealth from other nations by printing money, but this advantage comes with significant side effects. Chief among them is the rise in prices of goods and services, leaving the American middle class feeling increasingly squeezed. The consequences of this reliance on the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency are severe. If this status is ever challenged, the U.S. economy could face serious repercussions, a topic I'll elaborate on in future discussions. For now, the conclusion is clear. China's economy is under significant pressure, and ordinary people are feeling the strain. Yet, China has chosen a pragmatic path by embracing technological innovation, boosting productivity, and encouraging citizens to shoulder economic challenges through hard work and by opting for cost-effective products and services. The competition between China and the U.S. is, at its core, an economic war, much like the Soviet-German conflict during World War II. Victory will not go to the one who merely takes the initiative, but to the one who effectively mobilizes its population to drive economic production and create social wealth. The U.S., on the other hand, continues to print money, speculate in financial markets, and focus on short-term political gain instead of fostering innovation and productivity. While the future of China's economy remains uncertain, the U.S. economy is clearly facing a path that is far from optimistic. That's it for today. If you found this helpful, go ahead and share it with a friend who needs to see this. And before you go, make sure to check out another video on screen. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you next time.